as we can see, they're about to close up right now.
What's going on, everybody? I
they're
went
about
out.
To close up, and don't forget, right here we got the Alkaline. Choose life, alkaline water, right here on the east side of Detroit. East side of Detroit, we over here at the Motor City Smoothie. As y'all can see, y'all here, they got good music. They got the widescreen. They got Wi-Fi. Y'all come on over here to Motor City Smoothie. Get your Alkaline. Get your Alkaline. Choose life, alkaline water. They haven't started on the teas yet. Hopefully they will, but right now they're starting to sell the Alkaline Choose Life alkaline water. Another location right here on the east side of Detroit. Hey, Contressa, how you doing?
All right, y'all. Hey, Contressa, how you doing? Greetings, everyone. Greetings. This is part 2 of Satan's Priests and Prophets. I just went out on part 1 with this video, but I was going to put some information in and play another video, but end up, this is the one that came up. So by this being the one that came up,
Doing, sis?
all right.
What's up, baby girl? Right over here on the east side, so y'all come on.
That's by that being the one that come up. That's the one that came up. So what I'm doing now is, let me see. I plan on doing something else here. Yeah, I was planning on doing something else here. And just to come in, just to let y'all know that now I'm going to start back with part 2, Satan's priests and prophets. And I ended on Jeremiah chapter 23. Might as well say I did 1 through 40. So now I'm about to go to Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 17. That's Ezekiel 13, verse 17. Now I'm going here because I mainly was just talking about the prophets and the priests. But now I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter, I had it right here. I had a marking in there. You go. There you go, right there. Chapter 13. I was going to do the whole thing. This matter of fact, this is what I was going to do first, but I'm going to go into the second half of this one because for the sake of time. And y'all can always go to the beginning and see the first one. But I'm going to go into the second one because we have a lot of priests and prophets, but we never talk about the prophetess, the women out here. The women that's out here doing what they're doing and the things that they do, not realizing what they could be realized what they're doing, but they're not supposed to be in the position of doing the things that they're doing because if they wasn't called of the Father, we got a lot of women out here. Excuse me, I'm just trying to find something here. We got a lot of women out here that's following or doing. They're doing things that they shouldn't. There we go. They're doing things that they shouldn't, and by them doing the things that they shouldn't, they're really out of order. You know, it's supposed to be priests and prophetess. Or shall prophecies, but a lot of them are not. They're out here carrying the word. They're doing the same thing that was just said in Jeremiah 23. But this goes a little more in deep into this is going against the prophetess, you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and share a little information according to the word of what the word is saying. Now, verse 17 of Ezekiel chapter 13. I started everything off with Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 1 through 11. Then I shared other information. Y'all can see that in part 1. This is part 2. So if you get time, check it out. We're starting at Ezekiel 13, verse 17. And then we're going to go to some solutions according to the word. All right? Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy prophesy thou against them. Now we talking about the women right now. We're talking about the women. We got a lot of women that's heady. You can't tell them nothing. They think they know a lot. And a lot of them out here, they're speaking according to their own mind. And if it is according to their own mind, if it's not going according to the law. Everything is about the law. The law is the Father's name. This is how you follow the Father. Matter of fact, it was a book of remembrance that was written, which is at the end of Malachi. Malachi chapter 3, verse 16 through 18. He tells you he set up his jewels. His jewels is the people that does his will. This is how you know who discern the difference from good and evil, right and wrong. Is all right there. Malachi 3, 16 through 18. But right now we're going to finish up right here on prophecy against the prophecies. This is verse 17 of Ezekiel 13. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophecy out of their own heart, and prophecy against them. See, now that's what the Father says, say, thou against them. You see, they prophesy out of their own heart. Now he's saying prophecy against them. And say, thus says the Father. This is the key. Thus said, when they say, thus says the Father, you know when the Father's talking. Thus said the Father, woe to the woman that sew pillows to all armholes, and maketh kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to haunt souls. So, I looked up kerchiefs. Kerchiefs is more like a head wrap or a scarf or a head wrap. You know, a lot of women, they wear these things nowadays to look good. And in a sense, there's a lot, they use these things in order to hunt souls. And they say hunt souls. Let me go ahead and get a little something real quick. I'll be right back and start something. When they say hunt souls, they're hunting souls in order to... They're hunting souls, meaning they're hunting men. They're out here doing, and you can almost think this is talking about the strange woman. I could about say it's talking about the strange women in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 7. 6 and 7. I think they got two different ones. Y'all got, excuse me, some seaweed. I don't know if y'all had seaweed before. They're very good. But while I'm sitting here talking to you, throat's a little dry. My tongue just needed some flavor. Excuse me. So, as I was just saying, and say, verse 18, and say, thus saith the Father, woe unto the woman that sew pillows to all the armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to haunt souls. Will ye haunt the souls of my people? And will ye save the souls alive to them, that come unto you? Are you going to save the souls of those people that come to you? Number one, you got to understand, I never sent you, woman, to speak. I never sent you to speak. So are you going to save them alive? Now, I'm not saying women can't teach, because they can teach us certain things that women know. But a woman is not in the position to speak and preach. We know that. We should know that if we don't. Now, if the Father set up a woman to speak, she has to have a certain order that she goes by in order to speak. Because her head is the man. Now, if she don't have a man, usually it's her father that is her head. You'll find that in Numbers chapter 30, I do believe. You'll find that really in the first 5 verses in Numbers 30. Woman has a head, whether it's the father or her man. Even though we're not in that day, the respect should still be there. As we go. Verse 19. And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread? So you out there selling yourself, really. You out there saying what you're saying according to the Father, so you can get a little bit of money. You want them to give you something, so you can. It's more like you want to give a word to get something, but the Father may never have sent you. Then you may be doing stuff out of your own mind. And will ye pollute me? Oh, amen. And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, to slay them that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live by your lying to my people that hear your lies? You're lying to my people and they listening to you because they think you're a prophetess. But see, they still supposed to know the word too. This is where we all are going to know the Father, from the least of them to the greatest of them. Jeremiah 31, verse 33 and 34. Verse 31, verse 31 through 37. The key is 34, 33, and 34 in Jeremiah. Let me rephrase that. The main subject at this point is Jeremiah 31, verse 31 through 37. The key verse is 33 and 34. That's how I was trying to say it. I know sometimes I listen to some of the stuff I say. I'm trying to catch some of the stuff I'm saying so I don't overtalk myself and forget what I said or say something and not correct it before I catch it. So I'm trying to do now. I always go over my information to see where I may have went wrong. If I said anything out of turn, should I say. A couple times I've done that, but then I always come back to share it as well. Verse 20. Wherefore thus saith the Father, behold, I am against you, I am against your pillows, wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly. And I will tear them from your arms, and will let the souls go, even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly. Sound like they hunting people to do certain things, maybe for them or for whatever, but the Father's going to actually let them loose, is what he's saying. Your kerchiefs, your head wraps, and what's called, also will I tear and deliver to my people out of your hand. And they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted. And you shall know that I am the Father, because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad. Person came to my mind a few moments ago. For with lies, I told y'all about somebody videotaping me because they pissed me off. I've been trying to hold it. They pissed me off, and then they videotaped me on the slide. I didn't do it because I'm driving. I can't look at them and drive, but I'm snapping on them because they pissed me off for the last time. But once I got it out, I was good. But they went around showing the lie, trying to say, oh, this is what he doing, this and that. I had a reason. No different than Kirk Franklin and his son situation. When my wife showed me that, she said, no, Kirk Franklin's son did what this person did to me. I'm like, She went around and showed all these people that video. I never said nothing, but it was done over a year. But then still trying to make me look bad on another occasion, which was I was attacked verbally, and I just ignored it after putting them in their place, and then try to make me look. The same sister tried to make me look bad after that. So, and this is the same sister that claims the Father talked to her. So I don't know. I just seen this. I had to bring it out, but that right there just coming to me because it's coming the way it's coming. Not trying to pick or nothing. I'm telling you, it's coming the way it's coming. And I'm thankful for the Father that I can see and I can share. Because the more I know, a lot of other people out here going through the same thing. So we need to share the information that's needed. Now, and we ye prove, okay, and we're okay, bam. The end of 19. To save the souls alive that should not live, but you're lying to my people that hear your lies. Verse 20. Wherefore thus says the Father, bam, behold, I am against your pillows wherewith ye haunt the souls to make them fly. And I will tear them from your arms and will let the souls go, even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly. Verse 21. Your kerchiefs also will I tear, and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be haunted, and ye shall know that I am the Father. Verse 22, because with lies, I think I got here already, but I'm glad I'm back here again. Because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthen the hand of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way, by promising him life. Now you supposed to be now I don't know who these, now I don't know if that person I was talking about is doing that part, but we got a lot of people out here that's doing things that's not in order with the Father. Verse 23, therefore ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divinations. For I will deliver my people out of your hand, and ye shall know that I am the Father. And then that's where we go into chapter 14. But right there, that goes to talk about the women that call themselves priests or prophetess, should I say. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a couple of books. Matter of fact, I'm going to go from here now with some information that's leading to the solution. But the last one, but before I get to Isaiah and Ecclesiastes, I'm going to give you Jude. We're going to go to Jude chapter, well, there's only one Jude. That right before Revelations. And here I'm gonna start at verse 3, because we know that we got a lot of this is a person that says that they're a servant of the Father, or shall I say of the anointed Spirit. So I can't say that he is not. I'm not one to judge him on that. I just know that this portion of the book was written, but in this you'll see a lot of the written word in here, paraphrasing a little bit, but you'll see it in here because I'm getting ready to read it. Excuse me. Jude, verse 3. It says, judgments on false teachers. Okay. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Okay. Sound like a letter being written. For there, verse 4 of Jude. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Okay, it sounds like it was some. For there are certain men. There are some people that just crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Unrighteous men, let's say ungodly men, unrighteous men, turning the grace of our Father into lasciviousness, and denying the only Father and our anointed in the Father. I'm going to say it like that. So there are certain men that have crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, unrighteous men, turning the grace of our Father into lasciviousness, and denying the only Father and the anointing Spirit thereof. That's why I'm just going to put it like that. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Father, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt. Okay, now this is where we're going to go to. This is talking about the information from the past, which is Hebrew. This is information these are stuff that has happened to our people, and they're going to bring a light in it. Some is paraphrased, some is actually information that come from it, but it can be written in Hebrew. So they say some of the New Testament is written in Hebrew, or they can say all of it is written in. I don't believe all of it is written in Hebrew. Can't believe that. That it had even been said. The old is written from Hebrew, the new is written from Greek. But now people want to believe it's all Hebrew, just because some of the words is there from the Hebrew text. Excuse me. Verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Father, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, say the people. It didn't say children of Israel. It just said the people. That was put there purposely, which, well, I'll say in a few minutes. Out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroying them that believe not. Yep. Which meant the ones that was actually doing well, we know they were down there playing and doing a lot of stuff they shouldn't have been doing. And a lot of them through the whole walk. Well, it's all in here. And the angel which kept not their first estate, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. So that's a day that's coming. There's certain people that's going to be judged by. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication. You hear that? Giving themselves over to fornication. Meaning giving themselves over to sex gods. If you want to say that, you're having sex with anything and everything you want to lay down with. Ezekiel, nope. Leviticus chapter 18. Leviticus chapter 18, study that. You'll see what I'm talking about. Giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. That means you going after other nations and other people that we're not supposed to be messing around with. Are set forth for an example, suffering and vengeance of eternal fire. That's what it say. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh. Filthy, you talking about dreaming not too long ago, wasn't we? Let me talk about the same thing in Ezekiel and Jeremiah. Excuse me. Verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities. Yet, this is the key I'm going to try to check out. And this same person they talk about is the person in Daniel and the person in Revelations 12. Verse 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he dispute about the body of Moses. And I've shared this before. Contending with the archangel, Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil. That means that him and the worshipers of Satan, the ones that's going against the law of the Father. He disputed about the body of Moses. See, the body, I remember hearing somebody talk about that. The body of Moses is the law. And the reason why that's the body of Moses, because that Moses was the one who brought the law. Excuse me. By Moses bringing the law, that's the body they're speaking of. So the Satan is someone else that's out there disputing what the word is actually saying. And by me being that Michael, sharing the information to you, what's been said according to the law. So if the law is telling you one thing and somebody else is giving you this other doctrine, that's Satan contending with Michael on the body of Moses, because Moses is the law. But he said, continuing on that, does not bring against him an railing accusation, but said, the Father rebuked thee. See, you don't have to go and say, you a lie, you this and that. No, you can just hold your peace and just say, I rebuke you. Or just, I agree to disagree. What's wrong with that? I don't agree with what you're saying. I agree with some of the things you're saying, but I don't agree with everything you're saying, because I know that everything you're saying is not true. Because we're talking about the Father's word right here, and you giving me something to go against that word, or you give me something to intertwine that word, try to make it seem like what it's saying, I will agree to disagree. Until I find out, I'll know. That's Michael and Satan's minions that he's fighting against, and the angels that stand on the law and on the prophecy. We all are the angels that's fighting them, and pretty soon Satan's going to be falling to the earth. They're already falling physically, but now we got to get them to fall out the minds of the people. That's where we got to stand. Verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not. A lot of people do that. They speak evil of stuff they don't even know nothing about. Especially like a lot of these atheists. A lot of people out here speaking stuff they don't even understand. A lot of them speak against the Father because they can see the sun. You can see the sun in the atmosphere, but we know that the space is freezing cold out there. I don't know however many miles the sun is from the earth that's giving all the power and the light to the earth. What's giving the sun is oxygen for it to stay lit. What is it? What's causing the sun to stay lit to give us the oxygen, to give us the life that's here on the earth? Everybody is more than what you see. No different than the air you breathe. You can't see that unless it's cold and you blow your air and you see some frost in the air. But all that spirit that filled the whole earth. Air is spirit. Well, and that's the Father's spirit of life that we're breathing, that caused him to be around us at all times. Verse 10, but they speak evil of those things which they know not. But what they know naturally is as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. See, what you know naturally, you just like the animals of the field. And that's just a point of view that I'm saying. Verse 11, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam. See, Balaam was greedy. He's the one that the donkey talked to, because the donkey was actually saving his life because he seen an angel with a flaming sword. He couldn't see it, but the donkey did. Why? because the Father told him, and this is what they didn't get at the place that I was trying to share with them. The Father told Balaam, if they come to call, then go with them. But they didn't come to call. They got up, and as they were leaving, he got up and got dressed and went with them because he wanted that money because he was greedy and lost his life. But gave Israel a blessing, 3 blessings at that. Blessings, I like to say. For reward, say, okay, and ran greedily after the era of Balaam for reward and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. And perished in the gainsaying of Korah. These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carrying about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead. Oh yeah. If a tree is twice dead, that means number one is you already dead because you can't sprout fruit because you dead, because you can't sprout fruit. Fruits is the seed, and then the fact the fruits is dead, the fruits is what carry the seed on. So you're twice dead as a tree in that point. So what is it spiritually? You dead spiritually, and you can't teach spiritually to get people to understand things spiritually. Plucked up by the root. So now you're plucked up, gone, dead, as it said. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame. Wandering stars. Okay, you got a lot of them out here. To whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. To whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. Verse 14. And Enoch also, the servant, the seventh. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesies of those sayings. Behold, the Father cometh with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are unrighteous, ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. You got a lot of people that's out here doing. You got a lot of atheists. You got a lot of people out here that just say they don't believe in the Father, but they believe in these things that they see. That trips me out. That shows that their mind haven't developed. They haven't developed spiritually to see beyond or understand beyond. Beyond the physical. Sorry about that. These are speeches which are ungodly sinners which are spoken against him. Verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust, and their mouth speaking great swelling words, having men's persons and in admiration because of advantage. Because of advantage. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust, and their mouth speaking great swelling words, having men's persons and admirations because of advantage. Well, their advantage is because they have the floor. They have the floor to convince the people what they want to convince them to see, understand, and then the people are coming to see them to get information, but the information is given, some could be wrong, some could be altered. You know what I'm saying? But beloved, remember ye the words which, with verse 17. But beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before of the apostles of our It says of our Father, it says Jesus, but one moment.